sodypop, fizzy drinks, sody, where I come from. Today's episode is going to be about root beer. Before I start, please consider giving me a like and subscribe if you like my content. Today, I'm going to talk about root beer. Root beer is a quintessential North American drink. It is coming back from my childhood. I love root beer. My favorite brand of new root beer was A&W. A&W root beer was always my favorite. But as I was researching root beer for this video, it got to come across an interesting history of root beer. The original recipe for root beer comes from the sassafras tree, which I never even knew existed. The sassafras tree is native to North America. In the 1960s, the USDA pretty much banned the original recipe because of the byproduct of processing a sassafras tree that causes cancers. In my childhood, I always liked it A&W. A&W was the go-to. Even you put in the ice cream for the root beer float. As an adult, put a little bit of liquor in there. It tastes wonderful with liquor. Today, I'm going to try out, I got 6 different brands of root beer. I got cheap store brand. I got Dad's root beer. Well, they were pretty much good. I pretty much like that. The original childhood favorite, A&W, Barks root beer. And so a couple of the new kills on Brock. Killebrew root beer and Lift Bridge root beer. I never tried these canned root beer, so I don't know how they taste. But I did try Dad's, A&W, the cheap store brand, and Barks. Barks is maybe my least favorite, as I remember, because you don't drink root beer every day, you know. I digress on that. I got my cup full of ice. Let's try Dad's. A root beer, when you pour it, should always have a head to it. That's good. Oh, that's nice. Dad's is kind of, let me see a bottle. Dad's come from Jasper, Indiana. Oh, I didn't know that. I discovered Dad's around 10 years ago, 10 so years ago, and it's pretty much replaced A&W for me as my favorite root beer. You got the hint of vanilla. Always a root beer has to have vanilla to it, and it's that smooth going down. You get a nice head to it. This is so far number 1. Next, let's try Barks root beer. If you probably wonder why I'm buying a 2-liter bottle of it, it's cheaper to buy a 2-liter bottle of it than buying a whole case of it, and you really not, drinking the whole thing of the root beer in one go. One thing I noticed about Barks root beer is that it's kind of lighter. Dad's is really darker, and the head to it, once you pour it pretty much disappear. It's a bad sign to it already. It kind of smells different too. It seems like you don't have any vanilla in it, but root beer should have vanilla to it. But I digress on that. Now, even though it's a new bottle, it's pretty much flat. That's pretty much number 1. This is that's flat. It had no flavor to it. It's real light. Don't have no vanilla to it. It's not heavy. Root beer is supposed to be a little bit heavier, kind of syrupy kind of drink. This is that's really light, like cola. This is not a true root beer. Root beer should always be kind of heavy with hints of vanilla into it. This Barks root beer is my least favorite. Okay, got my glass filled up again with ice. Actually, let's try the cheap store brand. See if that tastes better than the Barks root beer. It's the Barks root beer with that. It's light, a little bit lighter than Barks root beer, so that's a bad sign already. The head pretty much gone off the back of it. I'm pretty much shocked that Barks root beer head pretty much disappeared right off the back as well. This cheap brand, store brand, is just 99¢. Barks is $2.99 at my store. So if you wanted a fake cheap root beer, let's go to a cheap store brand. And so let's taste it. don't have no flavor to it. This is most likely artificial root beer. This is have no flavor to it at all. This is more like tastes more like a Barks, but Barks is a little bit more flavorful. And this one had no flavor to it. It's flat. Once you open it, your gas pretty much had gone out the bottle. So yeah, this is the store-bought brand is the least favorite so far. The Barks is a second least favorite. Dad's root beer is number one so far. Let's go to my old childhood favorite, A&W. A&W beer, like I said, was old childhood favorite. My grandfather liked it. I don't know. I do not know if the recipe had changed throughout the years, but once he was here, he said that this is what this is exactly the flavor he used to drink when he was a kid. So yeah, what's wrong with these old brands? The head is just not there, you know. And these is light in color. It's I don't know. It's not what I remember as a kid. As soon as you pour it, the head will disappear. So it's nothing like the dads. The dads pretty much the head stays there for a while. This is just, huh. It's like the Barks. It's like the Barks root beer and the cheap store brand. It's really like it seems like they changed the recipe of it. Wow. Well, let's go ahead and taste it. Oh, you can smell the vanilla on there. It actually tastes good. Tastes way better than the cheap store brand and Barks. So I'll put this in third last. But I'm seeing the theme of it is that it seems like they just changed the recipe to something cheaper. I see a theme now is that they changed the recipe to something cheaper and something that's flavorful. You know, root beer is supposed to be really flavorful. That so far is really, really flavorful. Give you that nice head, strong hints of vanilla. You got that strong root taste to it. That's how a good root beer is supposed to be. I remember as a childhood, A&W used to be like that, but now it's just, ugh. It's not nasty, but it's not good at all, you know. And once you taste it, Dad's root beer, going back to A&W, it's not a question, you know. You go stick with Dad's. So Dad's is sticking way far in number one. A&W so far in second place. But we got two of these newcomers next. Killebrew and Lift Bridge root beer. All right, here go Killebrew. Don't really know them. Don't know the history of them. Don't know where they came from. Oh, it's a Minnesota company from Lansing, Minnesota. Okay, so let's try it. It's all right. It's the A&W still in second place. The Killebrew in third place. It has it's flat. It's take away from the points. When you have some soda or soda pop or whatever your flavor, what you want to call it, you should always have something fuzzy. This is you open the can up, it went flat right away. So this is let's give it the flavor wise is it's okay, but still not strong like Dad's root beer. I would tie it at second with A&W because it tastes kind of similar to A&W's, but it's really flat. So I wouldn't buy that. And they say old fashioned. I don't know what kind of old fashioned root beer is flat. So I digress. If you think it's root beer was flat in the old days, I don't know. Okay, the last one is Lift Bridge Soda Company root beer. Got a nice can. Actually, I like the can. It's also a Minnesota company. Another Minnesota company, huh? Oh, okay. It's actually kind of nice. I'll give this to second place. I pour in my little glass off clamor here. Don't have no head to it. Get a form a little bit head to it, but nothing to right back to your family about. It's dark. It's darker than any other drinks except Dad's. Dad's is really dark. This is like the second darkest root beer that I got. Actually, probably good. It's quite good. It got the hints of the vanilla to it, which is lacking in all the other four root beers, which is shocking, you know. But it's not as good as Dad's. Dad's root beer is number one, by far beating everybody. This Lip Ridge root beer is pretty good, but at $1.99 a can, it's not worth it. I would rather that's buy Dad's, but if you come across this, it's pretty good. What say you? Do you agree with me that Dad's root beer company is number one, or do you think that A&W, Barks, or any other of these newcomers, such as Lip Ridge, can knock Dad's off his throne? I don't know. Please leave a comment down below. I would like to know, what is your favorite root beer? That's it for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want to see more videos. As always, peace out.